This video is for the teenagers. You wrecked your family car, you got caught smoking pot, you flunked out of school. Your parents are worried about you, but all you do is fight with them. And now they want you to speak to a therapist. And you're like, no, why would I do that? And I get it. You already know your grades are bad. You already know you shouldn't smoke. So I want to talk to some person who's paid a bunch of money to ask you how you're feeling. The first roadblock in teen therapy. This is usually the first challenge with teens. They see me as mom and dad's enforcer. And research shows this reaction is common. About 60% of adolescents begin therapy reluctantly, often because a parent, teacher, or court referral initiated the appointment. Engagement rates vary widely, depending on the setting. So in controlled trials, as much as 26% drop out before completing treatment. In real-world community settings, dropout rates are higher. 45% on average, leaving just about 55% who actually engage in ongoing treatment. Never mind how effective it is. Other studies report dropout rates ranging anywhere from 28% to 75% across youth mental health services, underscoring how difficult sustained participation can be. But therapy isn't a punishment. It's not detention. It's the one place in your life that's just about you. Why the right therapist matters. There are lots of kinds of therapy. CBT, psychodynamic DBT, but the biggest predictor of whether it works, it's not the method. It's whether you actually feel understood by your therapist. Study after study consistently shows that the quality of the relationship between therapist and client explains up to 30% of therapy outcomes, more than any single technique. Across 200 studies, clients who rated their relationship with their therapist highly were twice as likely to report meaningful improvement compared to those with weaker relationships. Even in highly structured manualized therapies like CBT, relationship quality predicts success better than adherence to the manual. Some clinicians even argue this is the single factor that outweighs all the others combined. You can have the smartest therapist in the world with the fanciest tools, but if you don't feel they get you, or they don't trust you, or you trust them, the whole thing falls flat. I tell families all the time, if you don't click with your therapist, find a new one. The fit is everything. So my first job as an adolescent therapist is to understand what it's like to be you. If you had a completely unreasonable fight with your mom, part of my work is to figure out, well, what felt reasonable to you at that moment. And I can do that because I'm outside your life. I don't want anything from you. I'm not grading your papers. I'm not checking your curfew. I'm not asking you to take out the trash. I'm just with you for 50 minutes on a Tuesday, focused on your side of the story, figuring out your own values. I want to be clear. I'm not here to give you a free pass on crashing your car or getting high. And yeah, at some point, you do have to recognize other people's experiences, even if they are different from your own. But growing up isn't about avoiding disasters. It's about figuring out what actually matters to you and then building the skills to live by them. Research from the University of Missouri found that by their late 20s, most people end up agreeing with about 75% of their parents' core values: honesty, kindness, responsibility, even if they spent their teen years rolling their eyes at them. Maybe that's you, and maybe it's not. Either way, values only stick if you claim them. Your parents might have dragged you to therapy, but if you stick around, they won't be the reason you keep coming back.